Turning now to the Delta variant really driving this new summer surge across the country. A new CDC document warns the strain appears to spread as easily as chickenpox and is more infectious than the common cold or seasonal flu. And the CDC says this variant can cause a more severe illness. But is there any way of knowing that you've been infected by the Delta strain? Here's 7 Eyewitness News reporter Lilia Wood.
Is there a test to show that I have the Delta variant?
Short answer is no. There is no test specifically for that.
The CDC announced last week that the Delta variant now makes up more than 80% of all COVID-19 cases in the U.S. But how do you know if you have the Delta variant?
I think a good rule of thumb right now is to assume that if COVID is around, it is Delta.
Co-director of UB's Genome, Environment, and Microbiome Community of Excellence, Jennifer Surtees, tells me they first detected the Delta variant in Erie County in May.
Because cases have been so low, we have not had anything to sequence until recently. And so actually this week we have a batch of sequences from June and July. I predict that we will see a fair amount of Delta in that.
Surtees says you don't need to know what variant you have.
But it is not a diagnostic test. It's actually not it's for research purposes, for surveillance.
This week, Governor Cuomo announced 5 different labs in the state that are going to help identify the different COVID-19 variants. And one of them is right here in our own backyard.
The profile of variants of concern that we've observed in Erie County is actually different. Quite distinct from what we've seen downstate. And so I think it's really important for us to have regional surveillance so that we know what's happening here in our own community.
So how did the Delta variant get so contagious?
People seem to have a significantly higher viral load, so they have a lot more virus in them for their body to have to deal with.
And if you don't know what variant you have, is the treatment still the same?
All of the guidance is exactly the same for Delta as it is for all of the other variants and non-variants of concern.
Surtees tells me right now the Delta variant is most contagious, but we can expect more variants as the virus continues to mutate. In Buffalo, Lilia Wood, 7 Eyewitness News.